Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best here around.
Hey, this is Paul Martin
And Ray the Roadie.
for the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast. What's up, Ray?
I'm cooking myself up a meal.
You are? What are you cooking?
I'm making a ginger soy salmon. It is wonderful. Little ginger, little soy sauce on the grill. Yummy.
Wow. On the griddle?
No, on the grill.
On the grill. Oh,
Yes, I'm an Epicurean.
You are? I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Is it catchy?
I like to cook.
Oh.
And ginger is one of my favorite spices.
Wouldn't it be you're a chef then? What's an Epicurean?
It's a chef. It's like a person that likes to cook.
Oh, okay.
So, and I like to cook with ginger.
No, well, who wouldn't?
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Which leads us to this week's interview.
So we spoke with some redheads called gingers who rock. Redheads who rock. They also cook. They're cooking up some rock and roll.
Oh, there you
And we talked with the Gingers, a band from Chicago, and some great gals. And we talked with Chrissy and Debbie and Carrie and Emmy. And then we also talked with John.
Big Bad John.
Big Bad John, that's it. And we found out about the Gingers. They haven't been playing much with this COVID thing going on, but we wanted to get their name out there because they're a rocking band from playing a lot of 70s and 80s music. Just a lot of good old rock and roll.
Good old rock and roll. I love good old rock and roll.
Me too. Me too. Well, let's get to it and see what they have to say.
Let's hear from the Gingers.
Everybody, welcome to the show. Today we have the redheads that rock, the Gingers. How are you? We've got the Gingers from Chicago. We've got Chrissy Olstadt and Carrie Jane, Emmy Fukuda, and Debbie Seelan. Is that right, Seelan?
You got it. First time.
And John Sweeney, drummer. How are you guys?
You're doing good.
Good to see you guys.
All right. Thanks
So
for having me.
how long have you redheads been rocking? How did the band get started? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well,
Chrissy.
I'll a little bit. You guys chime in. I believe it was 2015-ish. And Debbie, myself, and John were doing another cover project and looking for a bass player. And along came Miss Carrie, gave her a call, and she joined us. And then shortly after, Emmy joined. So 2015,
Yeah.
rocking. We've been rocking.
Yeah, we saw Emmy playing at a show and we're like, oh, we like her.
Yeah. And we always knew about Carrie because we always saw her around. She was in a lot of different things.
Carrie's an icon.
On every bathroom wall.
Yeah. And Deb and I saw John rocking at the Haymakers reunion because Debbie used to be in the band Bitch, who also was at the reunion. And we saw John there and we're like, oh yeah, we got to get that guy in our band, man. He plays a lot of drums and he's a gong.
Yeah.
Put us
I
over.
can drop a stick and not lose the beat.
Yeah, there you go.
Chrissy, let's start with you. Tell us about your history a little bit and where you started from and what got you singing and playing guitar.
Well, back in the old days, I've always just jammed in bands, and Deb and I met up way in the 80s, and we started a band called Licit, and that band had many different versions. And Debbie and I have been
Virgins.
forever.
No
Virgins?
Virgins, not virgins. There were no virgins in the band. And we've been rocking since way back then. So Licit was a band we were in together, was in many different formations and different members. And then we were in a band called Who's Ginger for a while, several different incarnations of that band. What else, Deb? Chime in. Come on, help me out here, girl.
Well, like the man said, when did you start playing guitar, Chris? When inspired you?
When did I start playing guitar?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to start. No.
I'm waiting for my first guitar too.
No, actually, the original Illicit, I played guitar.
Was that the first band you played guitar in, Illicit?
No, I was in bands before that, but yeah, got to start somewhere. Then for a while I didn't play guitar, when we got like better guitar players than me, and I concentrated more on my front person kind of personality, and singing. But now I'm back to playing guitar. But now that we've got Emmy in the band, she's so multi-talented. I can hand her the guitar. She's playing keyboards. I hand her the guitar. She'll play that. It's great.
But this year coming up, we're just going to like surprise Emmy with an instrument on stage.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't know about it, and we're just going to hand it to her and say, Emmy.
We'll set it on fire first.
So I know you and Debbie were in a band called Gina's Bouquet. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, how could I forget about that one? Yeah. Gina's Bouquet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like Spinal Tap. We have like a major, I think, for like, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Yeah, that was in the 90s. We did all original. So Debbie and I come from, songwriting. We wrote songs and did originals and all that. And until, what was it, like 2008 or something like that is when we started doing like the all cover stuff. We were kind of done with that. We just want to play. We like to play and we like to perform. So that's
one of the things that it was so fun to play in a cover band because I was so busy always in original bands. It was really fun to play all the songs that I loved my whole life but never got a chance to play.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. And we're kind of still going with that. We haven't done any original stuff, although we've been tinkling with the concept of doing some, but...
Well, I was going to ask you if you did any originals.
Not currently, but, never say never. People just really want to hear the songs that they know and love, and we like to play the songs they know and love, so we're playing them. We have a great time. I mean, everybody in the band is just so much fun, and we're just crazy, nuts. We're all just crazy. We have a great time.
Now, Debbie, you said you played in Bitch, right?
Yeah, I was I wasn't one of the actual original members, but I was one of the original members that actually played at a show. There was like a guitar player before me that apparently got booted out before they even played their first gig. Because I booked the first gig, actually. Nail.
What was that?
At the Rusty Nail in Chicago.
Oh, I remember that place.
Yeah. I snuck in there when I was 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think our first gig was the Rusty Nail. Our second show was Rock Around the Dock, which turned into Taste of Chicago Fest. And
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
the beginnings.
Oh,
I think pretty much like a lot of bands in Chicago really had a little chip on their shoulder because we like had these amazing gigs before we were ever on the scene. So I can sympathize.
How long were you guys together?
I played in the band for about 2.5 years, and they continued on for another 3, maybe. Sure. Turned into Tough Love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it turned into Tough Love, and then that spiraled off, and then there was Maud. I don't know. Spin-off after spin-off.
Now, Carrie, I know you from Libido Funk Circus, obviously.
yes. Yeah. We were down there in Indiana all the time.
Yeah, yes, you were. So now, tell us your history a little bit. Where did you first start out?
God. Let's see, 1993, I was drunk at Smart Bar, and I lied, and I told a friend of mine that I played really good bass. and I didn't. And but she passed me on as a referral to a band of guys from Ireland, and they felt sorry for me. They said I was too enthusiastic to turn away. So they let me join the band. And
You are that.
I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
enthusiastic. And we did really well. We had a single on WXRT, and then they all got deported. Their visas ran out. So that was the end of that band.
What was the name of that band?
That was the Nomads.
The Nomads.
I've
Okay.
never heard of them.
Appropriate.
It was 1993. Then I joined Eternalux and Hot Heels and Sister Soleil. Oh God, I feel like there was more. Yeah, it was a blur. It was all original. So we were playing, the Metro, Double Door, Empty Bottle, all those places. And then in 2001, I saw Dia DeMarco and Adam Heisler playing in an original band called Lila Stone, and they blew me away. They were so good. And Dia decided at that point, she met me and said, I don't want to play bass anymore. Why don't you get that chick to play bass? And so I joined Lila Stone. And then Dia wanted to reform the Fabulous Janes about a year later, and I joined my first cover band. It was the Fabulous Janes.
Oh, okay.
And Catfight and Libido Funk Circus and who else?
Oh, Catfight. Sure, I remember Catfight.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
fun. Yeah. And then, so Chrissy was always my idol. And so one day I'm sitting at my desk at work, and she sends me this email and goes, hey, man, could you sub in, for a couple bass gigs? And I'm like, here's my chance. I'm going to get in this band. She's never going to get rid of me. So she did. She foolishly let me show up, and then she never got rid of me.
Yay, and I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
And you're still hanging around, right?
still hanging around. She won't get rid of me.
How about you, Amy?
Me, well, so I've always loved music, and I started just like learning guitar when I was 18, just for fun, like different covers that I know. And then about 10 years later, I joined like a one-off band with a friend playing rhythm guitar. But our bass player never showed up to practice. We had like four or five practices, no bass player ever. So then we're like, what are we going to do? The gig is next week. And I was like, well, I'll buy a bass and then we'll just make it happen. Fell in love with bass from there. Played in some like kind of unknown original projects, like progressive rock kind of stuff, ranging to like folky kind of sounding things. And then I formed a cover band called Skirt Steak. When was that? About 10 years ago. And we played like more like 90s covers and like more like party dance kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. So that kind of pulled me into the covers thing. And then I added synth into my rig at some point in there. So that kind of led to the transition into becoming more of like a keyboard player, multi-instrumentalist for the Gingers, I guess.
Very good. Very good. So how long have you been with the band?
About 5-6 years now.
Oh.
Yeah, same as me, pretty much.
Yeah, she joined like we played a couple gigs, and then we had played a show with Skirt Steak as Hag, I believe, or was it No, it was as Hag.
Mm-hmm.
And I always remembered you girls and loved you girls, and then I'm like, I wonder if I saw her playing keyboard. I wonder if she'd do that and then do some guitar. So I called her up and she's like, yeah, okay. So of course she went out and bought a keyboard, right?
Yeah, I did.
I learn all these songs.
Well, first I was trying to help you find a keyboard player, but we couldn't find one. So I was like, well, I'll buy one and I'll try out with you guys. I would love to play with you.
Yeah, she's so versatile that it's great. There's never a dull moment. And Carrie on stage always says, how many instruments is she up to now? She's always has
19.
40 instruments,
And it's true.
So, John, how'd you get hooked up with these crazy chicks?
Well, like Chris said, I've been playing a little bit longer than all of them. I was doing gigs in late 60s and 70s.
Right.
But no, seriously, we were doing a reunion for One Armed Bandit at Haymakers, and they were there that day. And in fact, I've seen a video of it. I'm playing the stage set. I drop a stick, but manage to grab another one, finish the roll, stay in time, look at the bass player and go, yeah. And they go, I'd like him. And so I joined them in 2012. And realistically, the funny thing is, they asked me if I wanted to join them as their second drummer because the drummer that they had at the time had other commitments, couldn't make all the shows they wanted to play. Said, would you like to try out? I came down, we jammed, had a great time. They said, what do you think? I said, let's do a show, see how we like it. We did a show. I said, awesome. Anytime you guys need me, just give me a call. 2 weeks later, Chris calls me up. We got a show, such and such. You want to play? I said, oh, yeah, sure. But what happened to your number one drummer? Oh, you got promoted. I've been the drummer ever since then. But, yeah, I came back from the 70s playing in Star Trooper. I was known through the city doing fire drum solos. And then I played with a band called Ravage on Mike Varney's Shrapnel Records label. We did tours. I've got an opportunity in my life to open for a lot of people and tour with a lot. But you know something? I'm having a ball right now. I have now can honestly say after 9 years with these girls and 5 with the other two, I've never had more fun in a band because I have yet to see us have an argument, a fight. We go up, we play, we enjoy each other's company, we have a ball, and the crowd, one of the biggest compliments we get, you guys look like you're really having fun. I said, we are. And if you aren't, you're losing out. Yeah. It really is a ball to play with these ladies. It really is.
Now, you played with Street Kids too, right?
Yes, I did. The list, Neon Cat, One Armed Bandit, Star Trooper, Thief, Ravage, Bad Influence, Street Kids, Holy Moses, Bone Sugar, Thief, and a few others. I mean, I started playing at 7 years old, and I will play till the day I die.
So you've been a busy guy, huh?
Yes, I am. And like I said, though, I haven't had more fun. I've been in original projects. I've recorded. I've done cover bands. I've done a lot of things. This one is just plain every time we play, it's fun. That's all. And the crowd loves it. And why are we doing it? So we don't enjoy music, and we're doing it. And it seems the people we're playing for enjoy it too.
Yeah, about a year ago, we did one of your partners, Mark Dawson, did a show with him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have to admit, I've got an opportunity to play more nice clubs that are now closed than are even open today. The scene around here was beautiful. And Debbie was talking about beginnings and stuff, and Haymakers and Monopoly, and God, there were so many places to play. I used to play 7 days a week. You know, we were on a rotation, coming to bars every 6 weeks, 7 weeks. It was absolutely great. The scene's different. We do more festivals and stuff now because, well, one, we enjoy them and the crowd seems to like them. And I'd rather be out in the sunshine playing or in the night air than in a bar.
Yeah, well, I know I come from that era too, same era you do, but I remember back in those days that people used to come and they used to encourage you to play original music as opposed to copy stuff, cover stuff, and I mean, and that's what they wanted to hear was your own material, you know,
right?
And like you said, you could play 7 days a week. Right. You know, you go see Cheap Trick or off Broadway or something on a Tuesday night somewhere. Yep. You know, so
yeah, it was way different. You know, even when I started, I was just maybe just a little bit after that, but it still was way different back then because, I mean, people wanted to hear original music, and it's just so different now. I mean, good thing we really like the music that we're playing now.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What really has changed that I miss in the 70s and 80s was the fact that your popular bands, if they weren't playing on a particular night, they'd show up at another bar supporting another band. You would see 2, 3 well-known bands there. And then sometimes on the third set, you'd get 8, 9, 10 people on stage from 3 different bands jamming and just having a ball. Now nobody does that. If they don't have their own gear or it's not the perfect environment, they don't want to do it. I'm like, just get up there and play. Have fun.
Yeah.
But you see more guys jobbing and more musicians themselves out nowadays, I think, than you did back then. Back then, when you had a band, I mean, it was your band and that was it. But nowadays you see, I mean, I remember when I worked at the Blue Chip Casino, and I'd have a guy come in, and he's playing guitar in the 6 o'clock band, and then all of a sudden he's moving to the other side of the stage, and he says, I'm jabbing, I'm playing in the 10:30 band too. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
oh, you know.
Yeah, you see a lot of that.
It's a gig.
Yeah, it's a gig. That's right.
It's a gig, you know. So you got to play by the rules now, and then, you know, kind of just take what you can get, as long as we're having fun and getting along, and just really all having kind of the same mindset really helps. You know, it's like, you know, we're not trying to be famous. We just want to play and have fun. Those days are gone.
When is the last time you guys played?
Ouch.
Leap day.
What?
I think it was Leap Day, February 29th.
Yeah.
Was it?
Where was it? Where did we play?
Foundation Room, wasn't it?
Yeah, or Foundation Tavern.
Or
On Irving Park.
Foundation.
Oh,
The old nightcap, but they changed it.
God. That was such a fun gig, too.
It was a fun gig, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember playing, and like it was going way past the time we needed to stop, and like someone was just telling me, "Let's just keep playing. Let's just keep playing."
Yeah.
Playing. Boy, I must have known something.
Yeah. They have to last for a
It
while.
was like,
Yeah.
it's been a long time since we rock and rolled.
So you guys haven't gotten together to rehearse or anything, huh?
No,
Nothing.
No. We've gotten together on Zoom calls, and
Mhm.
you know, but yeah, not yet.
Do you have
Soon.
anything? You have
Trying to be
anything?
safe.
Are you booking anything for this year?
Well, we do have some gigs booked in July.
Okay.
Which, you know, fingers crossed, they'll still happen. So we're putting together a plan to, like, you know, get back to rehearsals and all that,
Yeah.
to work our way up to that. You know, we're just going to follow and see, you know, what's going on, what people are safe to do, and
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know it's tough. You want to book a job, but then you don't want to have to cancel it once it's booked, you know? So, I mean, you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Do I book the job and then have to cancel it, or do I just wait and not book it, and, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
seen a few bands doing that on Facebook. They'll post a date, and then weeks later, date
Right.
canceled. Then
Right.
they'll post it again, then they'll go date canceled.
It's a lot of work. You don't want to have to keep doing that. So, okay, we'll see you when we can see you.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
overall, everybody wants to play. You know, that's
Oh,
I think most of these
Oh,
people
hell
are
yeah.
doing that because they want to play, and if they got a gig, they're gonna do it until it gets canceled.
Right.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to, right?
Well, I got to get my drums out of here. They're getting dusty.
Oh,
I'm doing
yeah.
remodeling, so I'm creating a lot of dust, and then I come look at my drums and I can write my name on my cymbal.
Oh,
Boy,
that's
I got to
sad.
clean these things.
Yeah, I've got to get a bass amp out here in Arizona. I don't have an amp.
Oh, really?
I have an acoustic bass, but last year I bought an electric bass just for Arizona. So I'm going to get another Fender Rumble and just
Yeah.
practice as soon as Chrissy sends us that list.
Something small to practice on, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, just a little guy.
I'm a drummer. Anything that gets within my reach becomes something I can practice on.
There you go.
I hit everything.
Yeah. I know my calluses have kind of gone away. I got to
They're
get a
gone.
little more at it, you know.
Got to build them back up.
I got to get those.
Yeah.
They will come back.
They will come back. It's like
They
riding
will.
a bike, right?
Hey, Ray, what are you doing?
I'm getting my bluegrass on. I'm playing my banjo, except there seems to be something wrong with the strings.
Well, you know, Ray, GHS makes strings for all types of instruments: electric and acoustic guitar, bass guitar, mandolin, ukulele, and even banjo.
Then I'm getting new GHS strings, and my banjo will sound better.
I don't think it's the strings, Ray. GHS are easy to play with rich, full balanced tone, available in many different gauges.
Great for all musical styles. So if you play,
Play with the best. Play GHS strings.
have you guys ever considered or written anything original as the Gingers?
We have not.
Nope.
No. I mean, our folks,
Pregnant pause?
Okay.
No.
We did play. I made you guys play one of my original songs. It was, well, because
You did.
we were playing at a place that does a little country. So my song was a little country song.
And it was awesome.
So we did it. It was fun, but you know.
That was a great song. What was the name of that song?
Wichita Twister.
Yeah, that was a
So we did actually do
Big
one
song.
original song.
yeah, because we were playing Firewall.
Yeah. In 9
And they
years,
wanted us
one.
to play country.
Yeah.
So
And then as it
did we do
turned out,
Redneck Woman?
they wanted to just hear the rock anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's because I sang Red Solo Cup and then they didn't want to hear any more.
So, Chrissy, you do all the singing. Are you all the lead singing?
Yes. Yeah, I'm lead singing. I would say 90 blah blah % of the songs. But then Emmy will sing some songs, and Carrie too. We're trying to get her
Once in a while.
once in a while.
Yeah. And Emmy does
I don't want to
an
just hear my
awesome
big
fat
mouth.
bottom girl.
And they don't put a mic within 10 feet of me.
That was my next question. I was going to say, what do you sing, John?
I used to in previous bands, but we've got 4 people that vocalize well together. I just sit back there and hit shit.
And Debbie is 100% lead guitar. She does do background vocals as well, but she doesn't want to do lead vocals. So, okay. Fine, Debbie.
So do you guys go out with a set list, or do you kind of wing it, or call it? What if you call the songs on stage, or
Let me answer.
or read the crowd, or something?
We start with the set list, and then Chris takes over. Sometimes we're just wailing. Next thing I know, we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
I try to read the crowd, and you just kind of know after a while, like what's going to go over. Whoa, that's not going to go over. Let's do this one. You kind of feel it out a little bit depending on the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know. Sometimes set lists aren't always etched in stone.
Right. Yeah.
And they shouldn't be.
But they're there. You need them. You do need the set list. And I would say we stay on it a lot, but there are.
And depending on the club we play at, we sometimes have a guest come up or so.
Yeah.
Usually not festivals because it's too crazy, but in the club stuff, we still have some friends left that come out.
So then it's like thinking, okay, what song? Okay, yeah. This one.
A Doors song or a blues song? Or Doors blues song?
Oh,
Let it roll, baby, roll.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now, you guys, I predominantly do 80s rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would
80s and
say
70s.
most
70s.
the 70s, but a lot of 80s, but mostly 70s. Yeah, we're mostly 70s.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of medleys where we'll medley together. Like, for example, Jethro Tull. He'll medley like 3 songs together,
Yeah.
a little bit. There's so many good songs, and it's like, well, you only have so long in your set, so we just pull out the best of. And
You're not throwing in any new stuff, Shut Up and Dance or anything like that, right?
Ooh.
No.
No, we try to just keep it to the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, unless, have there been any times? I don't think we've really thrown anything in. We might have thrown in a 60s song. Ooh.
Oh, there you
Yeah, we
go.
did was when we threw in the country songs for that the one show. But other than that,
Yeah.
right, we stay in
We
our
stay in our lane.
happy with.
Yeah.
And that's what people expect from us, too.
Right.
They want to hear those
Yeah.
songs, and they, that's what they like to hear. And we want
Yeah.
to keep delivering.
And we try to play things that other people don't play. And Chrissy, who will not toot her own horn, likes to step. She likes to step out of the mold, and she sings a lot of songs that men typically sing. And she puts a female spin on them, and it's amazing. Like Led Zeppelin. Who the hell covers that? Like Chrissy. Nobody.
You need cooling, baby. I'm not fooling. Gonna send you back to school, way down inside. Honey, you need it.
the Deep Purple medley too.
Yeah. Who the hell sings Deep Purple? Chrissy.
Chrissy does. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people expect that.
So everybody at the same time now. What's your favorite song? Is it your favorite band or from that era? Let's say.
Same time?
No, you don't have to do it at the same time.
I say all of them. All of them. I can't pick. I can't. Really.
Well, do you guys have
because I like Bonham.
Do you guys have a favorite song that you like to do?
Oh God.
I mean, you guys are out there performing, you're up on stage, and there's that one song that you just love to do. What is it?
God, there's so many.
I like our closer.
Our closer.
I like Rosie because it's energetic. It's how we end a lot of our shows.
Yeah.
A lot of Rosie.
Powerful.
Whole lot of roses.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
And the Deep Purple medley, because it really gives John a chance to like stretch out. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the medleys a lot.
Yeah, I know it was a
We
good
will
set
throw
when
it
we
out.
get done and I need oxygen.
We carry a tank for John.
Yeah, well, I love the festivals though, because we finish, we got to rip our stuff off stage, and I'm back there going like, I just wailed my butt off on drums. Now I got to move them. Darn it! That's when I wish I played bongos.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or flute.
Well, you know, travel light is my motto. Travel light. You know.
Well, I do. My touring set in the years past when I had drum techs was a 12-piece set in flight cases. It was monstrous. I had two guys moving it. I move my stuff in my car now. It's half the size and it's DW and it kicks butt.
Right.
No more flame drum solos, huh?
No.
You got to bring those back, John. Come on.
Yeah, that's $9,000 worth of drums. I'm not going near it with a match. Plus, I have no hair on my arms anymore because of the old days of doing the fire solo.
So is there anywhere on YouTube I can find that?
No, unfortunately, we didn't. The funny thing is, though, people who remember me or talk on some of the forums, one of the funniest jokes back in the 70s was you could tell where Star Trooper played because my road crew got lazy. We used to take beer cups, fill them plastic ones, fill them halfway with water, duct tape them over the sprinklers over the stage so I wouldn't trigger them. Well, when we were playing so steadily, the guys got tired of putting them up, taking them down, so they just left them. So you'd go into a bar and you look over the stage. Oh, Sweeney's played here because there's like 5 cups hanging on the sprinkler systems.
Safety last, right? Wow.
So what kind of bike you ride, John?
Harley,
I know. What kind?
an 05 Ultra, bought it brand new. I have 184,000 miles on it.
Nice. I have an 04 Road King.
Excellent, dude. How many miles?
About 120.
Ride more. That's my second best love, playing drums and writing. I just love to death. Both of them give me a lot of joy and let me get my head straight. It's cool.
Well, I noticed that on your website, it says, John, you play drums, gong, and Harley, And some of your other goes, Chrissy, yours is voice, guitar, and hair,
I bring you the hair.
And now, Debbie, your extra is antics. What kind of antics do you bring?
Oh, hang around. We'll find out.
Debbie's always got a joke up her sleeve.
Yeah, she brings the great jokes.
Come on, hit us with one, Debbie.
Oh, gosh, I'm thinking.
Live from Zanies, it's Debbie.
Debbie from the Gingers.
No, all the inappropriate jokes are running through my head right now. I can't do it.
It's a podcast. You can go ahead.
Yeah, you could say anything on a podcast, right?
Oh, no.
Put her on the spot.
Carrie, yours says Fat Bottom Girl. That's obviously a reference to your bass playing, right?
No, it's my COVID butt. It's really big now. But only my butt. Nothing else got bigger.
I gotta say, yeah, I can't wait to get back to that aerobic set that we do.
Oh my God, right?
Because sitting around is not good. So
It's a workout.
costumes, got to take my costumes out a little bit, I think. Oh boy.
You don't put them on and just walk around the house?
Yeah. I do all the time.
I take mine out hiking and
Yeah.
But I know it can be a workout. It can be a workout plan, especially the older you get. I could vouch for that. That the older you get.
we're not getting older.
I'm only 21.
Yeah.
I'm 23.
I guess so. Whatever.
What's that, Debbie? I'm sorry.
I say I find this really ironic because when we were younger, I think most bands we were in, we had roadies, and now that we're older, we're moving our own equipment.
Yeah.
That's why we have muscles.
See?
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah.
It's a little bit smaller these days, too.
It absolutely has gotten smaller, except for
Right.
John's drum kit.
Right.
No, it's still half the size because I've had some of my old drum techs that saw the DWs just said, "You bastard, where was that set when I was moving your stuff?" Because my set was monstrous. I got pictures back at the amphitheater and stuff, and it was just a gorgeous set. But it was 4 toms, 2 in the middle, 2 floor toms, double bass, 11 cymbals, gong, the whole spiel, and in flight cases. And they look at my set now and they go, "I hate you."
Yeah.
Because it fits in my Escape.
Yeah. I was going to say your Prius, but
No. Come on now.
but you drive you ride a Harley. So.
Prius should be shot.
I get all my stuff into my Mini Cooper, so.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Debbie and I always had those tube amps with the 412 bottoms, and then we switched to 212 bottoms, and now we're playing like little,
Cubes.
cube amps.
Yeah.
Sound pretty cool.
That's all you need,
They
though,
love it, though,
nowadays.
because they don't see the wall of sound. They see a controllable amplifier.
Right.
I mean, it's feasible now. It works now, and they've come a long way, obviously.
Yeah.
Smaller amps, right?
It doesn't work on a giant stage.
Yeah, that's true. We played the Harley stage for the anniversary. Here's this massive stage, and here's our gear. It looked a little weird. But see, that was funny, too, because back in the 70s, we were carrying a lot of dummy cabinets because, like a lot of bands, to be impressive, we had the big square 4 cabinets for the guitar and for the rhythm and for the bass. But, we'd normally plug one cabinet in. So the road crew used to get ticked off. We'd play places like Hooker Lake Inn, which had stairs or Huey's. And, no elevators. And they're carrying all those. You're not even going to plug this stuff in. Yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah.
And they just would get really mad at us.
Hooker Lake Inn. Holy cow. That brings
was a
back
fun
memories.
place to play.
Yeah, it was.
That was an awesome place.
So I mean, I couldn't decide. I didn't mean to leave you out, but it says that you're in the Jeopardy, right?
Yeah, I just enjoy watching Jeopardy.
So you must be a little sad that Alex Trebek is gone, right?
Yeah, very sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. He was pretty smart. Yeah, smart cookie there, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Who do you want to be the new host? You have a choice?
Oh, I
Opinion?
don't know. It's like I don't know who can replace him. That's tough. So I don't really have a top runner, I guess.
They may go through a couple of people before they settle on the final.
Yeah.
Probably. That's like replacing Paul in our podcast. I mean, I don't know what I would do.
Oh yeah, right.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have a bigger picture of yourself because his would be gone. And
That's right.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. And now, how do we find you on the web or on Facebook or Instagram or where are you located at?
We are everywhere. Our website is gingerchicago.com, but we're on Facebook, Ginger Chicago, I believe. We got videos on YouTube. I don't know where else we are. We're everywhere. Instagram.
Bathroom walls. Never forget.
that was a big thing in the old days, going into the girls' bathroom while the crew's setting up to see if your name was on the wall anywhere.
Yeah, John's always was.
Yeah.
John.
If it wasn't, he put it up
My
there.
wife doesn't want to hear that, even though she knows she doesn't want to hear that.
They're probably still there, John.
Yeah, probably. Well, like I said, most of those bars are now gone.
Yeah. It's a shame to see some of them go, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was, like the girl said, it was a fun time. You were saying, too, you could go out any night of the week and see top-notch bands on a Tuesday, on a Thursday, and people went out and did it.
Illinois Entertainer had
Different
the whole month schedule of a bar. And
Yep.
7 nights a week, there was somebody playing. You can go, you got a free Tuesday, go. You got somewhere to go.
Now I see pictures of a concert with 100,000 people, and it's one DJ up there with lights and discs. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Well, the festivals that we play, though, people really love their festivals, and I love it.
Mhm.
And it's like people just so look forward to it, which was so like last summer, like we had some really cool stuff lined up, but then, so I'm really looking forward to that just opening up again, and
Yeah.
fingers crossed for our July shows and, beyond.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of bands are just like itching to get out. So, and a lot of people are itching just to go party.
Right. The festival is going to be the big thing, the first thing for people to come out. I think that a lot of people are still going to be wary about going into clubs. They're
Right.
going
I think
inside,
open door will work better than inside.
outdoor.
Yeah.
But of course, in this area, we're going to have to wait till at least maybe May before we see any decent weather, to go outside.
Come on,
But,
be an optimist.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Next week, it'll be 85 here.
Yes.
Maybe.
I
It'll
write
be-
every
South. Let's
But
I
it'll
write every month of the year, and I got 2 days in January, so it better ease up in February so I can get my bike out because I got to keep my record going.
Very good.
put some snow tires on there, Jen.
There you go.
Chains. Put studded tires with chains.
There you go.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been a ball.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, like how did you even hear of us? Like suddenly
Oh,
I
we
get an
have our
email that's like, hey, that's cool.
we have our ways. We have our ways.
You have your ways. Oh.
And I didn't even use a Ginger and Marianne joke.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man. I feel kind of jazzed.
Like nobody's ever done that before.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, like we said earlier, Ray came up with this idea, and it's just been fun. It's been fun learning the kind of behind the scenes stuff of some of the bands and some of the musicians that we talk to, and hopefully it's that way for your fans too. But
Yeah.
That's what it's
I hope
about.
so.
We want to promote you guys and to get out there, so people know who you are. It's ones that haven't seen you or heard of you, and those that have, they get a little backstory about you. Most of the time you're on stage, you play. People don't really know the inside story of you. You're just you're an image. You're the Gingers. That people like to hear the backstory.
And you don't get to talk that often because when you get off stage, you got 8 people trying to talk to you and you're trying to be polite with each one, but you can't spend any quality time with anybody because you're getting it from all directions. So
I got to get my drums down. Excuse me.
Yeah.
you're yelling at me. Get these damn things out of the way. Okay, fine. Sorry.
well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Thanks a lot.
us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hopefully see you soon.
Yep.
guys-
Yes,
You
hopefully.
will.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. So that was Chrissy and Debbie and Carrie and Emmy and John, better known as the Gingers from Chicago, a rockin' 70s band, the Gingers. What else can I say about the Gingers?
I don't know. They are spectacular.
Yes, they are.
However, they have not been able to play in quite some time.
Yeah, I know it's a shame, but a lot of bands are in this situation right now. But that's why we're here to keep it alive.
That's right. That's right. We want to keep the word out there. Hey, these bands are still here. They have not gone away. They're just hibernating.
That's right.
And just think about how much pent up energy all these bands have, the Gingers and everybody else.
Yeah.
And when they come out on stage, they are going to be giving you one of the best shows you've probably ever seen.
Yeah, well, they said they might have something booked in July, so we'll keep an eye out for them. You can check out their website, gingerschicago.com, I believe it was, right?
Yes, it was. And check them out on Facebook. I believe it's a Ginger Chicago on Facebook also. Look for their schedule, see where they're going to be playing, when they're going to be playing. And definitely, I mean, they're a great bunch of people.
Yes, indeed.
Including Big Bad John.
Big Bad John. All right. Well, thank you very much. We'd like to thank GHS once again for sponsoring the show. And don't forget to visit the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66 in Joliet. If as soon as they get open, anyway, as soon as they get open, make sure you're there.
Yeah, you know what? Even before they're open, go online at theroadtorock.org and sign up for a charter membership. You get all kinds of cool benefits.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap too. It's only $30 or $35 something.
I think it's like $5. I'm a charter member.
Yeah, and it's for a great cause to keep Illinois music alive and
Exactly.
Kick it.
Exactly. And hopefully once this whole thing's over, we'll be back at our studio at the museum.
That's right. Hopefully.
That's right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot. See you next week. And have some ginger.
Okay, I will.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music that's played on this podcast.
The music is used to promote the band or musicians that are interviewed.
Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago.